Hello, my name is Grian and welcome back to a very, very weird start to a Hermitcraft episode. I'm here in Mumbo's base, as you can see behind me, and we're trying to get these villagers to breed and give us some more farmers. Basically, for my potato tube, I need some farmers, but for some reason, these guys just, they love each other, but they're just not giving us the villagers that we need. It's a bit weird. Mumbo's scratching his head. I mean, I came in and I was like, I know what the problem is. So I put down some candles, trying to, you know, and you give him carrots. Like, if a romantic dinner doesn't solve this problem, I don't know what does. And yeah, so now we're just scratching our heads trying to get this to work. I don't know, but we really need these guys to start working because Mumbo's done the whole system. Look how complicated this thing looks. But just no luck at the moment. I'm never using villagers again. No, I've got to admit, I don't really know what to do. Fortunately, Iskal has sent over some... Thanks for the help. I really didn't do anything useful. So what Iskal's done is he sent over some farmers for me, and he's placed them here just so that my giant rail track actually gets used. So I need to somehow get these guys onto this track. And I've actually set it all up. I've done some crazy redstone, which is really not like me. I did have a little bit of help, yes, but I put it all together myself. It took me 2 hours for this little potato tube I'm going to show you. So the idea is they come all the way down in here, all along this railway, and they get thrown straight into here. And if you look inside the potato tube, I've actually got a bunch of redstone. Look at that. So I have created a system based on the very limited redstone that I know to create a potato farm. Basically, I've even added an on and off switch down the bottom here. So this is how you turn it on and off. This just travels all the way up through the base and it activates a flippy flop on every single level, as you can see right there, and that pushes the observer out. Because of the lag, we want to reduce lag. So basically, if I want to turn this off to help out the server, it will turn off all of these clocks. But what makes this particular farm a little bit different from the others is how it transports the items through. So the farmer does his business, and the way it works is they basically try and farm here, but they can't, so they end up throwing these through. Well, that's not a good sign, is it? What have I done wrong here? Ah, there's no hopper in here. I've just put a minecart down by itself. Oh no. Well, you kind of got an idea of how it works. So basically, the farmer throws it through, and the items they pop through a dispenser like that, and you can hear it. It makes its way all the way down through the potato tube. I'm just breaking everything. So hopefully, it all ends up down here, or nearly all down here. The only problem is that sometimes it's not particularly accurate when it dispenses it. So as you can see, there's some potatoes there, but in theory, the villager should just pick them up and keep throwing them. So the farmer does his business. He's got all of his potatoes and he tries to farm here, but then he throws them through. And then they get dispensed all the way down the system to the end, and any of them that don't actually make it in, I think, or I hope, that the villager will then pick them up and keep throwing them in. So that's the theory, and now it's time to see if this will actually work. I just asked, how do I get this villager into this minecart, and the answer is I don't know, and neither does Mumbo. Oh no. Oh well, that was a really good test actually. I'm not boating them over. I've committed to this roller coaster now. It's going to happen. Okay, if I destroy the boat. Oh, I punched him. Come on, now all I've got to do is get him in this minecart somehow. I think he's trying to get to Mumbo's village. No. What is he doing? He's in! Oh, that's so much more effort than it needs to be. Oh my goodness. Okay, now in theory, all we've got to do is power this, and he should end up all the way in the potato tube. Goodbye! Let's follow him, because there's undoubtedly something is going to go wrong. There always is. Up he goes. we're going to have to name... I was thinking, I actually really want to name these guys really something silly, like, I think this guy's going to be Galrog, Destroyer of Worlds. This is brilliant. Keep going, Galrog. This is also the first time that I've ever done anything like this with farms, with villagers. Like, I've never worked with any of this stuff before. It's a really big deal for me. And down he goes. This should work without any problems now, because all he's got to do, straight up, yes! Villager delivered. And that's the top layer. So let's leave him in there for the time being, because I have a feeling he's just going to run straight out of here. I think he's already started farming. I've just now got to get rid of this minecart. Absolutely brilliant. It didn't take long. He's well off. This potato farm is going to be phenomenal. It might not be very productive, but it's probably going to produce more potatoes than I will ever need. I can't believe it. This is the first time that anything like this has gone my way. Last episode was a really bad time. In fact, it was so bad that I've started a new business venture. I talked about it at the end of last episode. Before we go and get the other guy, look at this. So this was my, like, prototype system over here to see how this would work. But since we don't need this anymore, since I'm pretty sure it all works, I can show you all how poor I am for a start. I have 1 diamond left. Now, I plan to change that with a live stream, which may or may not have already happened. Hello from the past, everybody. So I am down to my last diamond because I've invested everything, and I mean everything, in this last venture. So I have created my very first Did You Die box. And this is what you get. You get some armor, with varying different enchantments. You get an elytra with mending and unbreaking. You get a trident, which is a really cool thing. Basically, this is like what I would want if I died. You get a silky shovel, a Mr. Axe, a diamond sword, a fast pick, and a silk pick. And it's got everything you want. Efficiency 5. All of them have efficiency 5. And it's a really, really good box to have. Now, that took a huge amount of my resources to get. So they will be sold for a huge amount of diamonds because they simply take so long to make. I'm halfway through making my next one, and I started thinking like, oh, I could call them something a bit better. So this is the second Did You Die box. I've pretty much got everything. I've got Knock Knock, It's Fire, because this one has knockback, and Dig Yourself Out of Shame, and don't worry, accidents happen. So I think I'm gonna make lots of really randomly named tools. But the thing that I need lots of is elytra. So that's what I'm going to get later on. But you can see that I've got all my tridents. I've started getting all these books. Look at all these books I've got. Anvils galore. And yeah, just seriously, I've spent every diamond that I've got on all of this stuff. And that's not even half of it. I've invested everything in this business venture because I imagine that at some point people will want it. And hey, to me, having one of these boxes is way more valuable than stacks of diamonds anyway, because this is what I would spend my diamonds on in an emergency. So overall, I think this is a really good business plan. It's just extraordinarily expensive to make, and it's taken me a day and I've only made 1.5. So yeah, it's really not good. Anyway, let's go and get this second villager, shall we? There we go, and woo, he's off. Apparently Iskal has just turned up and they've finally decided that they're having babies now. Well, my work here is done. What the heck? So Iskal turns up and suddenly it starts working? Well, that's weird. Anyway, let's go and see if we can find, what should we call this guy? Korgoth. World Eater. That's your name. Korgoth World Eater. Oh, what the heck? He's doing some Tokyo Drift right now. He's not even on the track. He really is a mystical villager. I really hope he doesn't go flying off. I haven't got time to mess about. Oh, he's on. Oh, thank goodness. And is he in? We have delivered another villager. No. Where did you come from? Seriously. I think we should make this more official, if you ask me. So let's pop inside here with, who are you? You're going to be Garoth, Destroyer of Worlds. Well, I should have really put destroyer of potatoes, don't you think? Yes. Yes, I do. And that means that you are Balrog, World Eater. Yes. Very well. I shall eat the world. I should have put Potato Eater. Done. I've only got 2 of the villagers in here. I don't actually know if this is, you know, sending the potatoes all the way through. I really hope that it is. Let's actually go and see. The real test is to see if they're down here. If they're not, they're getting stuck. Yeah, they're getting stuck somewhere. I'm not surprised. You know when I said that this was going well? It's not. Something is clogging the system. Where are these potatoes ending up? I had to get Iskal to come and find out what was wrong, and it was the stupidest thing. It's just something that I didn't know that I had to do. So not really something I did wrong, I just didn't know about it. Basically, this block here, I had the hopper minecart underneath it. You actually need to push the dirt block inside of it. So basically it's 1 and 2 in there. So yeah, it now works. He's being a bit lazy now. Garroth, destroyer of worlds. Why aren't you destroying these potatoes? Well, they are now done. I am just waiting for Mumbo's breeder, which is now working, by the way, to start producing some farmers so we can send over the last 2 for my potato. And you'll also notice that I've added in this giant line of dirt. Now, it's going to be messy for a little while, but I am actually going to start working on the train station, something that I've been threatening to do for about 10 episodes now. We're actually going to start it. The first thing that I really want to do is to make sure that I place it almost exactly in between our bases. So the center of my base is actually off to the side a little bit there. So the center will come all the way down there. And then the center of Mumbo's runs all the way down there. So I'm thinking if I find the exact center this way across here, and then I have the center of my base hit the left-hand side and the center of Mumbo's hit the right-hand side, it should really tie our bases together in this zigzag pattern that mimics exactly what we've got here. So I'm really hoping that this will come together, but it's going to be a lot of tedious counting to make sure that that is in the right place. But I want to go and see how Mumbo's villagers are coming along, because I really, really just want to get these farmers in the tube. He's... I think he's... No, he's not AFK. He hasn't seen. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I've got a prank. While he doesn't know, since he hasn't got a clue, quickly sub to Grian. I'm gonna give him a taste of his own medicine. He hasn't even noticed me. Can I get away with another? Can I get away with another? I don't think so. I think he's gonna come back up. No, yeah, I'm bailing. I'm bailing. But I'm gonna try and I'm gonna get this right. When he starts coming up the ladder, I'm gonna bail. I can't be caught with this. I'm gonna have to skedaddle around. I've renamed his items. He's coming up, he's coming up. I need to time this perfectly. And if I don't take damage, I won't make any noise. Oh my goodness, I've done it! I renamed his items right under his nose. Let's get out of here quickly. And now I can pretend like I've just come in. He's just noticed. He's just noticed. I thought that I was going to be able to do that while he was AFK, but I managed to do it right under his nose. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he sees me. Or maybe not. He just flew straight over me. The only thing is, I don't really know what we're going to do with this island, because I have a feeling that the train station, once I've worked it out, is going to end up somewhere around here. I'm not entirely sure, but I have a feeling. So I think we might want to get rid of it just to make the whole place look cleaner. Guys, I think I know who Poultry Man is. I found him. I've never seen this. What the heck? Did he climb on the chicken, or did they spawn? Because that is really weird. I'm going to leave you to do your thing, Poultry Man. I did lose count, though. Back to counting. 1, 2. What the heck? He's just gone? That is really weird. And just like that, Poultry Man vanished. Okay, so in theory, this line here is the center. But just because it's the mathematical center doesn't mean that it actually looks right to the eye. And that's kind of important when you're building in Minecraft, guys, because as you can see, actually that does look alright, but sometimes the mathematical center, see look, that looks way closer to my base than Mumbo's. It looks longer, and it's probably because of this island, but we might need to just shift it over depending on how it actually looks. I also have a feeling that the architects are going to be like 30% work and 90% constantly messing with each other. I reckon that he's going to rename some of my tools if he gets the opportunity. It's going to be a lot of fun, actually. We're going to be working on a project with 3 people, potentially, if Iskall actually decides to join. That's something that I actually need to sort out fairly shortly, is the letter to Iskall inviting him to Architects. But assuming that he joins, we're putting 3 of the most trolly people together that are going to constantly mess with each other. I'm going to be surprised if we get any work done at all. But anyway, mine and Mumbo's bases, they look so cool. And I think with this in the middle, with like a track or a walkway from one to the other, it will properly connect this up for the first time. And I'm actually going to put like a giant A on this platform. And it should look like the architect headquarters. And yeah, I'm really excited for this. So let's actually get started, shall we? So I'm going to start by making 2 pillars, one at either end. And then from there, we will make the platform. That brings me back to the first episode. Rock out, we are the drowned. Since losing my... rock out, we are the drowned. If you remember that, please let me know in the comments. Been such a long time. Speaking of which, this is my 51st episode, meaning this has just caught up with my longest running series on the channel, which used to be Evo. So the next episode of Hermitcraft will officially be will make this series officially my longest running ever. And that's a really big thing since I've been doing YouTube for such a long time now. So if you've been with me for this whole journey, thank you so much. I've really, really enjoyed it so far. And I hope that we can get to at least episode 100 before the season ends. But that depends on when that is. I've got no plans to stop just yet. Alright, so I've got 2 pillars, and they're going to be relatively thin, I think. I could thicken these up later, that would be really easy, so we'll just start with this for now and see how it goes. So I'm going to bring it up fairly high, and then these are going to sort of arch out and hold up what I'm going to be building. I can't believe I'm actually finally making this thing, and that's not even the last thing I have to make. So the plan is that I'll do this, and Mumbo will do the redstone for it. That's the plan at the moment. I mean, he's probably got an easier job than me, but I think this won't take too long. I'm not going to make, like, the most spectacular train station in the world. It's literally because our station, the one here, it's not a main station. This isn't a district station at all. The district station is going to be over there where all of the other futuristic district is, but no one actually built there, so maybe this is actually, in reality, this is the main one. But either way, it's not supposed to be, like, the main station, although I think I'm just going to keep it simple because I don't want to detract from our bases. I know that they're quite big and they kind of remind me of the 2 characters from Portal. But I think that this, just as a platform with an A on it, should work out fine. As long as it looks nice, that will be the main thing. The only problem now is that I've actually started this project without getting all of the resources that I need. Because of the Civil War, I've basically run out of most of the materials. I used a lot of my own materials to make the G-Team base. And that has ended up meaning that I'm now very low on resources all around. I'm down to my last diamond, and I really don't have a lot of concrete left, and I've definitely run low on terracotta. So in order to be able to finish this train station at all, I'm gonna have to go on a bit of a grind. So unfortunately, that's all that I've got time for today. But the main thing that I want everyone to take home from this is that Grian, me, Mr. Awful Redstone has actually managed to make a functioning farm minus 2 villagers. So let's take a look underneath. Has it been working? Yes. Yes, it has. It has been absolutely working, and it's produced a fair amount of potatoes. I imagine that this will fill up incredibly quickly. Incredibly quickly. In fact, I'm going to have to even consider doing a proper storage system for this, or get it auto cooking those things. Well, that's it for me, and I'm actually away for about a week, so unfortunately this may be the last episode for a little while, because I'm obviously going to be disconnecting, and I'm going to be trying to relax a little bit, and I should come back fresh as a daisy and ready to go full steam on the next project. Did I just throw that in the portal? I did. No, trident, come back. I think I've lost my trident. Phew, that was really bad. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully there'll be a new episode within the next week. I've even created a little to-do list for me, and I'm going to get these digi-die boxes done, and then we can go full steam ahead after I've invited Iskal. Now, where did I put that piece of paper? It says Iskal on it. No, not that one. No. Where's the Iskal Architect lol? Where is... No, just a piece of paper. You know what? I can't find the letter. I honestly can't find the letter. Oh dear. Maybe I'll, maybe I dropped it in the portal somewhere? I have a feeling that I maybe lost it in the portal, because I started, like, dumping my stuff here like this, and... Oh, actually, no, I want that back. But I think I actually put the paper through here, and it's been lost in the void? I don't know. I honestly don't know, but we're going to have to figure it out anyway. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye!